On this video, I'll show you how you could have turned $100 into over $11,000. Let's jump straight in. Now, as you can tell, I've got a bit of a stinking cold at the moment, but I thought this is such a salient message. I've been saying to people for the last 20 years, you've got to make your money work for you. That's what investment is all about. That is what, if you want to get to the point where you can retire knowing that your money's working for you, you've got to make those investments. You've got to make them big, you've got to make them early. There's no way around that. Everyone seems to want to get rich incredibly quick. There is no such thing. That doesn't happen in the real world. But on this video, I'm going to show you an email I sent out on the 12th of November 2015. And I actually got a reply just on the 13th of March. This person has sat on this email for almost 7 years, 6.5 years, Mr. Shahid. And on it, I said, item 2, these were freebies. Get $10 worth of free Bitcoins. This is global. And basically said, look, just sign up for Coinbase, buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, and they'll give you an extra $10 for free. So that was the 12th of November 2015. Now, Mr. Shahid has only just come back to me saying, I found the email, have I got lots of money? And I said, well, if you did do what I said on 12th of November 2015, then yes, you might have about $11,000 worth of Bitcoin at the moment. So let's go and actually see how that happens. So this is the price of Bitcoin back on the 12th of November 2015. It was $338. So he could have bought a quarter of a Bitcoin for $100, and that would have been it. And he would have got $10 free as well of Bitcoin. So he would have had just a bit over that. But anyway, Bitcoin has had its ups and downs. And this is the point. People often stop because they say, well, I don't know, I'm too late. So again, back at the 12th of November there, you might have said, well, yeah, but I'm 2 months too late because it was half the price back then. That is such a false idea to work on, because it doesn't matter when you get in something. What matters is you make that decision, and what really matters is when you get out. So make sure you have a decision as to when you're going to get out of an asset that you invest in. But yeah, that had come back as well previously, which made it even more difficult. A couple of years earlier than that, it was $1,151 per Bitcoin. So again, people are thinking, oh no, I've missed the boat. And I would say the same is happening at the moment with NFTs. We have this constant bubble burst, is what happens. NFTs, play to earn, that sort of thing. So originally, Bitcoin down here, $120, $130, hits 1,100 within a matter of 2 months. So it's gone up almost tenfold there, which is very much what happened to NFTs. And the same sort of time, actually, October through to December. And so far, the 3 months of this year, we've seen that decline. We see a similar, you get the early adopters, there's loads of hype, people jump in, then they stop and think, well, what's actually happening here? This can't continue like this. People start taking profit, they make very good money, out they go. But then again, what happens further on is that it starts to pick up again, because fundamentally, the principle is good. Bitcoin was phenomenally good, and that's why I was saying to Mr. Shahid and all the other people on my mail list, get some Bitcoin, just get it and tuck it away. But yeah, so now Bitcoin is currently at $40,000. Previously it was $67,000. So Mr. Shahid could have made in the region of $15,000, $16,000 or sat on $15,000, $16,000. And he's now saying to me, I can't afford, I'm broke. How do you help me in my financial situation? I wish I could, but it's fundamentally very simple. Make the investments. There's an old saying that said, when was the best time to plant a tree? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. When's the next best time? Today. If you've not yet got investing, then do make sure you start, because otherwise you'll be forever playing catch up. Now, one of the recommendations I do have for investing is also VCCrowd. I've been with this for 6 years. You pay a small monthly subscription to the club. They do all the hard work. So they go and check out exciting young businesses to go and invest in. These are not on the stock market, so you can't go and invest in these on the stock market. These are privately owned small businesses. So it's like Dragon's Den or Shark Tank. And these companies can go on and become incredibly big. Now, if you join at the moment this month in March, you'll get shares in 3 really exciting companies. Total Environmental Solutions. They're a company that recondition old engine slops, engine oil from big tankers, and convert that back into reusable oil. So it's good for the planet, but as long as the price of oil stays above $26 a barrel, it's profitable. With the Ukrainian impact happening at the moment with oil prices, Total Environmental Solutions is looking incredibly strong. You'll also get shares this month in Happy Drinks Company. Happy Drinks Company are expanding incredibly fast. There's a big competitor in the UK called Fever-Tree. They're currently worth $1.8 billion. And it took Fever-Tree, I think it was 5 years to get to £1 million turnover. This year, just a few years after startup, Happy Drinks are predicting this year to have sales of £33 million, and in 2 more years' time, predicting sales of £188 million. That means potentially, if they follow the same trajectory as Fever-Tree, your shares here could be worth 20 times that amount in the next 2 to 3 years. Then we've got LifeSafe Technologies. They have an incredible firefighting technology. They are the #1 best-selling fire extinguisher. Over 200 different fire extinguishers on Amazon in the UK. And they're absolutely brilliant because you only need one fire extinguisher to fight 5 different types of fire. I was looking at Amazon the other day and thinking, which, if I wasn't to buy the LifeSafe one, would I get a powder fire extinguisher? Do I get a carbon dioxide? Do I get a water? There's so much confusion. Well, this technology that LifeSafe have got makes it really simple. One fire extinguisher rather than 5 different fire extinguishers, and you don't need to know which one to use. So just join VCCrowd. There's a link in the description. Like I said, I've been a member with the club for the best part of 6 years. Let me quickly show you my own portfolio. I won't show you the actual shareholdings I've got. That's obviously private information, but you can see my estimated growth so far since I got these shares in these companies. This is 6 years down the line. I'm getting shares every month still, so I can't give you a set return on investment figure because every month I'm getting more shares. So it's just not possible to quote an annual percentage return on investment. But what I can show you here, my estimated growth on all my shares is 241%, which is absolutely fantastic. And considering most of these companies have yet to have their big transition to becoming the unicorn businesses, to becoming those large companies, they all take typically 5 to 10 years for a small company to get to that point. A lot of these companies are now getting and accelerating that growth. Happy Drinks Company is a brilliant example of that. Hockey stick growth, as I like to call it in the investment world, really expanding incredibly fast and doing very well. So do sign up for VCCrowd. There's 2 membership levels, so you can go for the £78 a month. You can choose different currencies, so euros or US dollars. It's open to members around the world. $109 a month or $279 a month. Your best option is to go as high a subscription as possible because basically they take about a €10 admin fee off your subscription price, and the rest you get back in shares in businesses they've invested in. So like I said, this month you'll get shares in those 3 exciting companies. So you'll get pretty much, it's only €10 a month effectively as a cost to be a member of the club, because the rest of your subscription comes back in free shares to you as members of the club. So a really good place to be. And if you've got any questions, do reach out in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks for watching.